take you to Benin City. It does look to me that that is where the action is as far as the politics of Nigeria is concerned today. Where do we begin from, everyone? So today was a day for the peace accord signing. Don't forget, yesterday, former head of state, Abdulsalami Abubakar, who is the chair of the National Peace Committee, visited Governor Godwin Obaseki. And at that meeting, Governor Obaseki said it's not likely that the PDP will sign the peace accord because of several reasons. And he gave the reasons why he thought that the PDP might not be involved in the peace signing. Fast forward to today, everyone. This morning, INEC, security agencies, the members of the National Peace Committee, they converged on the venue of the event, including the very popular Bishop Matthew Kuka, the IG, the General Abdulsalami, the INEC chair. All of them gathered there, politicians, political leaders, governorship candidates, all of them converged. But the peace accord signing went on with Labour Party, APC, Accord Party, all of them signing a peace accord. Let me allow you to listen to some of the soundbite from the peace accord signing ceremony. General Abdulsalami, the IG, and the chairman, all of them spoke, and they really said what is needed to be able to achieve a peaceful, free, fair election in Edo State next week. Take a listen to them.
So we stand on the gateway of yet another critical election in Edo State. We urge all political actors and stakeholders to commit themselves to the cause of peace in Edo State. The signing of this peace accord signifies your readiness to place the interests of the people which you want to serve above individual or party ambitions. It is a commitment to conduct campaigns free of hate speech, incitement, and violence, and to accept the outcome of the votes as long as it is adjudged to be free, fair, and credible.
We recognize the importance of this movement and the trust placed on us to protect the integrity of this election. We will remain impartial, professional, and vigilant while providing a level playing ground for all the political parties and their candidates. I urge all stakeholders to embrace peace, tolerance, and respect for the democratic process.
I appeal to political parties and candidates to note that it is not your signatures on the peace document that will guarantee peaceful elections. It is your commitment to its implementation that is critical. Therefore, as you sign the peace accord, commit yourselves to the implementation of the terms of the accord and pass the message to your supporters at all levels for compliance.
All right, you heard some of the major speakers at that event and those who directly or indirectly are involved in this process, from the INEC chairman to the Inspector General of Police and to General Abdulsalami Abubakar. So many more people spoke, but after the speeches came the moment for the peace accord signing. So what is the peace accord signing? It's simple, that all the political parties have agreed that they will be peaceful in the process of the election. Simple. That is the commitment. But the PDP had hinted that they may not be part of that process. And so what we saw is perhaps what I would like you to listen to. And without my commentaries underneath, I'd like my producers to play exactly what transpired when Anthony Azegbemi walked up to the podium. Anthony Azegbemi is a People's Democratic Party chairman in Edo State, and he walked up to the podium, and there was a conversation, some of which was not cut on the microphone, but the bottom line was the fact that the chairman of the Peace Committee had said they've been looking for the PDP and they've made an announcement. The master of ceremonies also said they made some announcement which led to the little drama which ensued. Take a listen for yourself.
I believe the world, anyone in the world will agree with us as the National Peace Committee that effort has been made to sue for peace. So, Edolites, we present to you officially on the podium.
All right, there was it. What really happened, and you see Azegbemi unhappy with what is happening, and he took a walk out of the venue. Meanwhile, he had a few things to say about what really transpired. Take a listen to him.
Mr. Kingsley, so this is the wife. You're the wife of
Mr. Noah Matthew.
No,
I'm the mother of Kingsley.
This is the wife of the Honorable Chairman Isan West, Honorable Collins Agbogo, that was whisked away 4 days ago, 4 a.m. in the night, by the police. Gentlemen of the press, if it were you as a political party, will you, in good conscience, sign that peace accord? That would be very dishonest.
All right. Those are some of the grievances of the People's Democratic Party, and perhaps the reason why they said they will not participate. They said that some of their members are being arrested in Edo State, taken to Abuja. We understand that some of them have now been detained in a prison in Niger State, in Suleja. These are some of the scenario and the allegations that the PDP had portrayed that is causing the grievance. You heard what the IG said. IG had said, look, the Edo Security Network, that's the local vigilante and the security network in the state, will not be allowed to operate during the election. These are some of the things that the PDP said they are not happy about. And when Don Pedro Obaseki spoke on the program yesterday, he was very, very vivid in his explanation of some of these issues. But the drama was not only on the inside. Earlier today, he was also outside. We saw some women who took to the venue. Allow you to also listen to some of what they were chanting. All right, those are the women who are somewhat protesting against some of what they thought that the things that are not right in the process. So let's get to hear from the APC tonight, because they were on the receiving end yesterday, and now a right of reply for them tonight. I'm being joined by Mwanta Adeze, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress, a member of the APC campaign organization, and a lawyer. He joins us right here in our Abuja studio. Thanks so much, Mr. Mwanta Adeze, for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Adeze Mwanta.
Adeze. Sounds like an Igbo name. Adeze.
Adeze.
What does it mean?
A gentleman.
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Adeze. You watched the program yesterday, and the grievance of the PDP was very much established yesterday by your very good brother, Don Pedro Obaseki. And the import of it is that your party is up to untoward activity and intentions towards that election.
You know, nothing can be further from the truth. Remember, I was the spokesperson to Obaseki until recently. I served in 3 ministries as his commissioner. I was his commissioner for information. In 2020, Obaseki had the goodwill of the federal government under Buhari. Remember, it was on your program, Adams Oshomole was removed as national chairman in the evening. He activated that. He knew that was the only way he could win that election. He was at the peace signing of the peace accord in 2020. What has changed? He wants to control the structure. In 2016, it was Oshomole that made him governor with his goodwill. He didn't complain about commissioner of police. In 2020, he cried to Buhari. I mean, because of the internal wranglings in the APC, they removed Adams Oshomole. He enjoyed full support of the federal government. This is the very first election he's supporting a candidate where he's not getting support. Remember, the first election he had as a general election as governor in recent times after I left Oshomole was the election of last year. What was the performance of PDP? They had 3 senators, they lost. In the election that took place on the 25th of February last year, PDP did not win a single ward in the entire Edo South. That is the fear Obaseki is having. Why is he interested in who is commissioner of police? This man has an army. He calls them Edo Vigilante. These are people who commit crimes against Edo people. But they are non-state actors.
You don't have evidence to...
I'm talking of an incident that took place at the airport. The day Philip Shaibu came
and you can
from
link
Abuja
them
to Benin.
The Edo security
of course,
network.
that is why the governor is screaming blue murder. The ugly of the APC candidate was shot and killed. The governor did not show any sign of remorse. They were celebrating in government house, only for the governor to come and say, if any of the people who killed that man are arrested, Nigeria will burn. The video was viral. I don't know if channels, but other TV stations used the video.
But the issue was that the police said they arrested some people in relation to it, and we heard Azoi Godalo and Obaseki saying, let us see those who are arrested. Let us know the import on the outcome of what really happened. As
for me, I think what is important is the persons that have been declared wanted. About 15 of them are being housed in government house. I know their names. If you want me to mention their names, I'll mention their names. They even moved with Obaseki on the campaign ground. He keeps them under his immunity as governor. Some of them will go on national TV, like there's one, Olaye. That man comes into political party meetings with a pump action. I've challenged him once in one of our meetings.
Have you seen it before? You've seen the pump action in his
I'm telling you, I'm a matter. I don't know how to lie. My name is Truth. He has come for a meeting with a pump action. I complained to the chief of staff. They said, no, that's his style. That same man was one of those involved in that murder. He said the other day, my local government...
What's the allegation that of criminal...
I'm telling you
when you are alleging that someone committed murder...
He's hiding under the cover of the government.
But do you have evidence? You can't
I just told you that he moves around with a pump action.
No, but did you see him kill the person?
There's an allegation.
I won't allow you to murder someone's character on television because you're a lawyer. You know that when you say someone killed... Just a moment.
I said he was involved in that allegation of murder. I didn't say he shot at him, but these are the persons who are suspects. The law presumes him innocent, but why is Obaseki preventing the police from doing their work? That is our grouse. The police officer that was killed has a family. Why are they trying to frustrate the police? So the commissioner of police in the state, Obaseki wants him to do his bidding. These individuals that, I give you the present instance now. The local government chairman in East and West, we had APC people in the campaign ground. You went there with your boys. They almost killed one of them. Then what did he do? He bandaged his hand. He was arrested. They realized that he had no injury. And he actually has admitted he was arraigned today. As I speak to you, he was arraigned today. So the law must take its course. The only person that has immunity is Obaseki. Okay, look at the way he has been treating his deputy governor. A man that is not crime wolf was a man that ejected his deputy governor from government house. He has an impostor who parades himself as deputy governor. So I think the Nigerian state must protect the electoral process. If they are saying that, oh, because they didn't sign the peace accord, and they are saying that the elections must hold. When the governor had local government elections, did the heavens fall? We know what happened during the that's the most recent election. So they should allow INEC to do their work. They should allow the police to do their work. Whoever has committed a criminal offense must face the law.
So you have painted a picture as though the system has always favored Obaseki.
Exactly. So but this time around, it's not favoring him, and it's screaming blue murder.
So it's favoring the APC now?
Not favoring him. Due process is being followed, and Obaseki is screaming blue murder. I ask you,
due process,
is it not the duty of the police to provide security? Is it the duty of non-state actors like the people Obaseki calls his vigilante, who move with arms that are not allowed? They move with pump action.
But, I mean, so the question I'm asking, for example, Blessing Agbomere wearing a spy police uniform, is that the kind of favor that your party is enjoying?
I totally condemn that in the strongest of terms, because for me, wearing a uniform is a sign of authority. I know what the spy police is about. Their duty is to assist the police. But for me, he abused that privilege. And whatever it is that the police are saying that they will do, I think the law must take its course. It does not matter who is involved. Because when we talk of the rule of law, we are talking of equality before the law. If an APC person commits an offense, he should face the law.
But these are some of the handwriting they say they've seen on the wall, indicating that your party is being favored into going towards this election.
But you heard what the police said, that he has been arrested.
So now, how do you defend or how do you convince Nigeria that that is not just a snippet of what to come? That your party, because they say that your party is in connivance with the police force.
With profound respect, they've been celebrating the arrest of Agbomere, right? So in one breath, they celebrate his arrest. In another breath, they are saying some persons should not be arrested. And these persons move freely inside government house. Whenever the governor, there was a time they were to arrest Olaye on a campaign ground. The governor's chief security officer resisted that arrest. So for me, I think the governor must understand he's not on the ballot. People have been complaining that he operates as a godfather. He has proven that he's the godfather of Aswa Godalo, because when the former head of state, Abdul Salim Abubakar, visited him, he was speaking as if he's a candidate that they will not sign. It is not the duty of the governor to sign that peace accord. It's the duty of his party and the candidate of the PDP, which in this case is Aswa Godalo.
Are you worried about that the PDP candidate did not sign?
I think it was the instruction Obaseki gave him, his godfather gave him. And Obaseki gave us the hint. And they are even saying they will boycott next week's election. People boycotted the local government elections, did the heavens fall. That election was rigged by PDP back to back. This election is one of the freest and fairest we've seen so far. You find a situation where we have a candidate of the PDP. INEC was supposed to disqualify him. This is a man that does not have a voter's card. The INEC was very magnanimous to him. We know what happened in court. But I don't want to go into that.
But the court has said he's fit and proper.
There's a criminal case which is still running from at the Wuse Magistrate Court. There's a criminal case against him.
Against the candidate of the PDP.
Against
but as it stands right now, he's confirmed in the eye of the law as a fit and proper person to run in the race.
The process is on, right? There was a decision of the Court of Appeal dismissing his appeal. So the matters are before the Supreme Court.
Let me take you up on another matter. As a lawyer, how do you defend what has happened about some of the PDP members, etc., have been arrested and now been taken to Abuja? Some of them are sleeping in some prison in Suleja.
The Suleja one is what I'm hearing from you for the first time. But I can tell you that Agbogun, I read this charge. He was arraigned today. And, you know, the procedure is such that he was arraigned before, I think, one of the magistrate courts in Dutse or Kubo. I'm not too sure. Yeah. But I know he was arraigned.
But legally speaking, procedurally, is that right?
Of course, that's the right thing to do.
To arrest someone in Edo State, in Benin City, and arraign them in
No,
Abuja.
it depends on the circumstances of the offense. And if, as we have always known it, they arrest them in Benin, the governor tries to use, because the governor was trying to assert his influence. The petition was written
what is the standard?
With profound respect.
What is standard and what is normal?
Can you allow me to
within the jurisdiction of an offense, where is a suspect supposed to be arraigned?
The truth is, there are certain offenses that the IGP, if a petition is written to the IGP, the office of the IGP can prosecute such offenses. Particularly when you know that the Commissioner of Police is under the operational command of the IGP.
I'm not talking about the capacity of the IGP. I'm talking about the issue of law and procedures. Jurisdictionally, where is any suspect supposed to be arraigned?
The thing is, you have a conglomeration of offenses they said he has committed. I have not, as I told you, I have not studied the charge. If you have an offense like advanced fee fraud, right? It is where you, for instance, operate that device, or where the person who is the victim, because you also have allegations that he's into fraud. It was one of those allegations they used against him during the elections, that this boy is what they call Yahoo boy. And unfortunately, the governor brought him in as a candidate in that election.
As a very, very experienced lawyer, I imagine that even the law is very specific into the distance of the place of offense and the nearest court that is supposed to prosecute, or where such a matter can be taken to.
And I can tell you this for free. If that petition was written to the IG and the arrests may have been made in Edo, and for reasons best known to the investigators, he was taken to... Have you not seen cases where they prosecuted offenses of corruption in Abuja in the FCT? We've had many of those cases. Most of these offenses were not committed in the FCT, but it is where the investigation is done. Because of this issue of you must quickly arraign him, what the law says, you must take him to a police station, or rather you must take him from the detention center to a court within a particular distance. And once that can be established, why not?
So you don't see anything wrong in prosecuting people or charging people to court outside of jurisdiction as established by law?
There's no law that says once a person is arrested and brought to Abuja, he cannot be arraigned and prosecuted in Abuja. It is a court that would now say, I don't have jurisdiction.
So if the law does not say it, what about what the law says? That you should be prosecuted?
But I don't want us to preempt what the judge will say.
No, I am asking a specific question.
I've taught law. I've taught law for 12 years.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
13 years, and I'm saying that once somebody is arrested, it is a detention center. The law says within a particular radius, you must take the person to a court within a particular radius. You know what the law says now? Under Section 35 of this issue of right to personal liberty. Within a radius from the place he was detained, not from where the offense was committed.
All right, let me go away from that, because these are some of the issues that the PDP has. And they're saying that going into this election, it does look like the field is not playing enough for them to, is not fair enough for them to play. And if a lot of their members have been picked up few days before the election, it doesn't look like the police is fair, and that the police is working with the APC, and that the federal might is being boasted to be used in this election. But why would your members and your friends in the APC be boasting that you are going to use the federal might against in this election?
I'm just hearing from you that I don't know who said it.
Can you watched the program yesterday, didn't you watch it?
Who said it?
You heard from Don Pedro.
No, you don't rely on Don Pedro. Don Pedro, as the brother to the governor, you don't expect him to come and say something opposite. He was paid to come here to say the things he said. And I can tell you for free that Don Pedro as a person in 2016 supported Israel against his own brother.
The same way they will say that you have a personal grouse to grind with the governor, Governor Obaseki.
It's because he operates as a dictator. Look at the way he treated tribal. I'm a human being. I know what we did for him. I know how we made him governor. Look at everybody.
You made him governor?
We know the role we played in making him governor. If he was not a candidate of the party, the PDP, would he have become governor? You know the role Wike played. You know the role Danobi played. You know the role Shaibu played. You stood by him. But this man has the spirit of always betraying people in his veins. It runs like blood. There's nobody who helped Obaseki in this life he has not betrayed. Can you tell me one person?
He has a wife.
It's a serious betrayal.
He has people who are business.
You say his wife, birds of a feather flock together. I served as commissioner for gender.
Don't act the personality.
No, you mentioned that.
But when you say that there are people in his life that has helped him, that is betrayed, and I'm just trying to ask you whether or not hacking down his
No, it was the door you opened that entered, you know.
Well, so the question is that, is it a good reason for your party members to boast that you're going to use federal might? Is it enough for you?
No, it's what Don Pedro said, and Don Pedro came to lie. I just said he's known for that. He has never been consistent. He says he's a lawyer, but I've asked myself, when was he called to the bar? He comes to say all kinds of things about people which are not true. He said many things about Governor Wike, that the commissioner is his... I mean, the guy says all kinds of things, so you don't take him seriously.
So everything that Don Pedro said yesterday, you don't think that they are valid?
The only thing he said is that he's Obaseki. That's the only thing that he came that was true. He said that was true. And yes, he's a brother to the governor.
And the fact remains that...
A cousin to the governor.
So he had said that the INEC, they don't believe that there's going to get fairness. With the police, commissioner of police, they don't think that it will get fairness. But is it fair, actually, for the authorities to take these persons temporarily out of station to have neutral people to conduct the election?
The people that were there before, they complained about them, right? But they didn't complain about the commissioner of police, because the Inspector Akor, who is attached, who, of course, at the time of his death, was attached to the APC candidate, the commissioner of police was in the airport. What did the former commissioner of police do? He used the entry gates against protocol, because he knew that you had people out there, vigilante people out there, who eventually shot at the convoy of the APC candidate, and unfortunately, his orderly was killed. And as we speak, nothing has been done to question that commissioner, because Obaseki had placed this man, I don't know, whatever allowance he was getting, but that was Obaseki's man Friday. When the governor banned youths loyal to the Oba, known as Ohiagele, this commissioner of police made a specific statement that these people were cultists and all matters of things were said by the commissioner. He was partisan at that time. Obaseki did not find any issue with that. But because he said he was calling the commissioner of police and the man was not doing his bidding, then why scream blue murder? When it favors Obaseki, you don't hear him talk. But when it's not favoring him, he starts screaming. But this same man said Nigeria will burn.
The PDP,
and nobody held him to account for that statement.
The PDP believes that if there is a level playing field, they will beat your party blue-black. But that it looks like your party has had a rigging formula going into this election. How do you convince Nigerians that that's actually not the position?
The truth is, they said they'll beat APC blue-black. What was the performance of PDP in the last general elections? I just told you, in Edo State House, 7 local governments, right? In those 7 local governments, they didn't win a single ward. They were giving the beating of their lives. Why do we call Akpakomiza, the senator representing Edo Central, who is a candidate of the APC, Akpakomiza? He's a performer. Since 1999, PDP has never lost the senatorial seat. Last year, he was the first person to defeat a sitting senator. He defeated him in all the wards, in almost all the units, to the extent that the PDP candidates, senator, all they are considered, didn't go to the tribunal. So for me, APC is just waiting in the wings to have a situation which I'll call a windslide victory. And why are they complaining? Why are they saying they want to boycott? They should not boycott this election, because we're going to give them a beating of their lives in the polls. Across the 192 wards, I know my party will have a clean sweep. And I'll tell you why.
Because you have people PDP is a sitting party in Edo State. How is it for you to...
Was Jonathan not defeated in 2015? He was defeated and he conceded. And I expect Aswa Godalo to prepare his concession speech. It's not for them to be complaining. They should just wait for this election and see how Edo people will vote.
And one side, he's a lawyer and a chieftain of the... well, he was a chieftain of the PDP, but now he's in the APC, and he works also deeply in the APC campaign organization. It's a pleasure having you tonight on the program.
Always a pleasure to be here. Sure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.